Anyone who has a computer or a tablet with an internet connection can use Google Earth to explore the most remote places in the world from home. This technology has led to many people making incredible discoveries around the globe. In this episode, we will illuminate one of the most mysterious and unexplored continents in the world, Antarctica, a lonely place to which very few people have access. We must distinguish between two main areas of the southernmost and iciest continent. The first is a coastal region. Along it there are more than 40 scientific research bases from 25 countries. This is also where the few expeditions that travel to this remote place are recorded. These facilities are located on solid ground and are surrounded by glaciers. The other main Antarctic area is located far inside the continent. This area is one of the most unexplored in the world. Surprisingly, there are only 3 officially recognized research bases. There is a Concordia research station managed by Italy and France, the Russian Vostok station, and the Amundsen-Scott South Pole station in the geographical center, which belongs to the USA. The Antarctic coastal ring is what the public is most aware of, in contrast to what is happening in the interior of the continent, which is being concealed. Even with Google Earth we can't find answers because unfortunately it shows only repeated patterns of an icy landscape and a huge area with low resolution. We can see from the following example that this is a game of censorship. In the center of the South Pole, where the American Amundsen-Scott South Pole Station is supposed to be located, there's a blurred area approximately 800 square kilometers. The images provided by Google Earth show nothing but a blurred icy landscape. No station is visible. Who can verify that the station is actually at this location? However, these places are only hidden from our eyes. The great powers, on the other hand, have their own satellite systems with which they can see the entire Antarctic. What secret operations are being conducted there that we're not supposed to know about? However, there are some areas that are not affected by this censorship. In those areas we can see strange irregularities that are difficult to explain. If we look at the southern part of these mountains, we can see structures that look like a pyramid. Its surface protrudes from the ground, and because its edges are free of ice and snow, its 4 sides can be seen relatively well. These published images, of course, caused a lot of speculation. And although many claim that these structures have a natural origin, one wonders why the great powers wanted this area censored. What do they want to hide from us? The fascinating thing is that the presumed pyramid is surrounded by 2 well-marked runways. But apparently, at least according to official reports, there's nothing interesting to see here. We have to believe what we're told because we ourselves can't see anything there because this area is almost completely censored. In this area we cannot see a research station, but if we follow a line that looks like a marked path in the ice and starts from the upper part of the runway, it leads us to a station that's not supposed to exist. You can see not only one type of antenna, but also 2 formations, one square and one rectangular. This mysterious station happens to resemble the controversial HAARP station in Alaska. And isn't it strange that you can't see this mysterious place on the photo, which was updated in 2018? What do they want to hide from us? There are other places that have been found with Google Earth and are the origin of numerous theories, like this formation, which seems to be a kind of entrance to an underground cave. And not far from this place, there's a similar form that also looks like another entrance to the interior of the Antarctic underground. In respect to the 2 mysterious entrances, theories about secret Nazi bases and the underground world of the American polar explorer and Rear Admiral Richard Byrd reappear. In his texts, Byrd describes a civilization with a very advanced technology that lives in the interior of Antarctica. Not far from the supposed entrances to the underworld, an extraordinary formation of ice was discovered. The imprints on the frozen ground show an elliptical formation which sits on solid ground and has different sections inside. However, we cannot say for sure whether there is anything under the snow on which this line can be seen so clearly. Most fascinating, however, is that this seemingly natural formation bears an incredible resemblance to the circular ruins scattered throughout the southern part of the African continent. These ruins refer to the circular and elliptical stone structures that the researcher Michael Tellinger attributes to the ancient Anunnaki gods. Of course, we don't know if the structures that can be seen in the ice are the remains of an ancient civilization, but they follow a pattern that is strikingly similar to the techniques used by people of the past. Is it a strange coincidence, or proof of an antediluvian settlement in the Antarctic? There is another place that is highly controversial due to the discovery of a mysterious formation located approximately 350 kilometers from the nearest stationary inhabited base, the Norwegian Troll Base. Strange activities have been carried out in this deep secret place. In a recently taken photo from 2016, we can recognize a row of regularly placed structures. One follows the other, but they all seem to be half buried in the ice. If you look at the whole thing on an aerial photograph, you can hardly see what's happening here. But it seems that all activities in this area have been stopped recently. But when we switch to the photo taken in 2013, we can see significant, obvious differences. You can see a runway from which a path leads to a type of terrain with many vehicle tracks. And a little further south, there's a section of hill where you can also see vehicle tracks. Whatever this structure is supposed to be, everything indicates that changes have been made to it. On the photos from 2016, there are no more structures which existed 3 years earlier. The landscape seems completely changed. There's only one formation that hasn't changed in all that time. It's the black rectangle at the top right, which despite its shadow looks as if it were an entrance leading underground. This is a place that is not officially recognized, and we do not know what's going on there. We also do not know how far into the ground the entrance leads, or whether it's just an underground hangar. The last anomaly we don't want to leave out is on the island of San Pedro and in South Georgia. It's a mountain range that is almost completely covered with ice and in which there's only one stationary research institute, the British station King Edward Point. This picture was taken in the south of the island. Here we see how an elongated object has left an approximately 1 kilometer long mark on the ice. We don't know if it's a rock that has detached itself from the mountain or if it's an unknown object that has collided with the ridge. We can't confirm with any certainty what really happened. There are thousands of square kilometers of an entire continent that is and remains hidden for most of us. All we have seen are small brushstrokes of a large painting. Few people have the opportunity to see the big picture behind the secrets of Antarctica. That should make us think, what are they hiding from us? What do they not want us to learn about?